Yo, yo, yo.
It. The link was.
Hey, what's up? What's up? What's up?
Welcome back, welcome back, welcome
All right, all right, all right. What is up, guys? This is Vallie B here. Happy to be live. Can I confirm that it does say I'm live? So I'm gonna have to take some words for it here, and let's do this. Wants me to sign in. Let's sign in. Let's sign in real quick. Come on in. Come on in. YouTube Live control panel. Wants me to try to go online. Ah, one day I'm gonna get all this live streaming stuff just going the heck on, and we are going to. You know what? Forget it. I don't care about this anymore. Let's just go live. Let's see what's going on. All right, guys, what's going on? I hope all is well. Happy to be live with you guys. And just want to talk about a couple things, and I want to try some streaming, get some things going here. So let's go, guys. I hope all is well. There's a little bit of winter advisory. Hopefully, you guys are staying warm. Hey, yo, by the way, shout out to my 20-year sweater. Bet you guys never heard of a Rockaware. RU, man. You see the letters rusting? But it's a good quality sweater. It's pretty, definitely warm and awesome and real heavy. All this is all before the Nike Tech. You know, these light sweaters that are warm. No, this thing is heavy. It's old school, and I like it, and it's old. So yeah, we're going. Uh, yeah, that's basically what's going on there. How am I doing? Big migraine. Head is like pounding, pounding, pounding. Uh, the way my wife puts it says it's a coffee headache. I don't know if you guys heard of that. People tend to get coffee headaches and stuff like that. Let's do this. Yeah, let me just sign in. All right. What the heck? Just want to sign in, make sure I see the chat, guys. That's pretty important. So we checking that out here. Damn, I got 4. Am I trying to sign in? Yes, you are. Yes, I am. Show me some love. Not now. No need a pass key. Yo, let me come through, man. All right, we got the chat. There's some other things here. All right. All right. So we got some things going on here. Again, we're ready to get started. What I was talking about, coffee headaches, man. So normally, if you go through a while without drinking coffee, maybe you drink it every day, then you stop all of a sudden, you tend to get headaches. I believe my wife when she says that because I know I've gone through that. Drinking coffee every day, and then once I stop, then my head starts pounding, and I have to put Vicks on my forehead. We're talking Vicks, guys, right? You guys know Vicks. I personally call Vicks God's ointment. You just put it in you, then you feel God's breath just really healing you, just your head, put it on your chest. God, Vicks is amazing, and it's a great creation from God. Anyway, so another thing, I started working out right for the 100th time. I think, um, yeah, working out, and I think I know I'm having a better approach to working out, right? Because as someone who's failed and started failed and pick it back up over and over again, I think I'm really starting to understand how important it is to work out. uh I'm at that age. I may look older than I am. Let's just say I look older than I am and I'm approaching a certain age. What the heck, I'll tell you, I'm about to be 37 this year, and I'm pushing 40. I feel like I'm at this age where it's my last chance to get back in shape. Like, if I don't do it, like, I'll start growing old. I'll start seeing some of the symptoms. Like, you know, although I've tried and failed, right? I played football back in high school. I've done some athletic things, but I was always a big guy, right? I've always maintained my weight, but I'm trying now to get the show on the road, man. I'm trying to get back in shape before I hit 40, man. I want to just really put the effort out there, take it one day at a time. So that's my goal. My goal is to be just well fit, maintaining a healthy lifestyle, and really give myself the goal to be in a really good shape by the age of 40. Um, Somewhat notably, it'd be like, yo, you have 3 years. I don't want to do it like. Although I'm giving myself that 3 year goal, I want to get in shape as soon as possible. But I know I'm in that point in my life where it's do or die. Like, you know, you can. It's never too late to start, but I get that. But once I get started, I want to really have the best 40s. Like, everything I'm doing now is just preparing, like starting this live stream and starting this relationship with you guys, you know, figuring some things out in my life, in my career. I just I just really want to get my ducks in a row by the age of 40, you know. Um like 40 is just that age where everything just starts paying off, right? So I really want to make sure that things get established, that I get established in a lot of just what I'm trying to accomplish, like mentally, physically, spiritually, of course. But 40 is the age. 40, God willing, I make it that long. I want it to be my best decade, my healthiest decade. Just really having the wisdom, the resources, and the physicality. And yo, man, I'm thinking about having kids. My wife and I were talking about it a little bit, and definitely would like to have a kid by 40. So I just want to live my best life. I want to live my best life. I want to enjoy fatherhood, every aspect of it by the age of 40. If you guys are with me, I want to keep bringing this discussion up. The idea that we can just live out our best years, like the best years are ahead of us, where we could just really meet these goals and get it together in 40. So I'm down for that. And yeah, I would love to keep talking about that and letting you know my health goals. But if I have one advice for health goals and things that you're trying to do, one advice: motivation sucks. Do not depend on motivation. I would even go as far as to say motivation is your enemy. Because when it comes to accomplishments, when it comes to building habits, motivation is finite. Motivation comes and goes. most importantly, motivation is not consistent. What is consistent is taking responsibility, knowing what you have to do. So I'm developing this new wisdom. I hope to implement it in my life. Don't take my word. I'm a fat boy. I mess up. I eat cookies. But I am what I'm the wisdom I'm sharing with you is from failure and getting back up on the high horse and giving this another go. Uh yeah, man, like motivation is not cool. Like if you read the book Atomic Habits, uh Atomic Habits, it's a great book. And one of the things you'll learn in that first chapter is just this idea where what you do is an identity and the purpose of what you do is because of who you are. And I really like that idea. The idea that I am someone who is healthy. I am someone who maintains my health. So as someone who does that, I work out every day, or I work out every day in the week. So far, I did a little bit of a workout. If you see that little black thing that's hanging in my door, that's like the TRX. Got the little doorstop thing. It's great. Did a couple push-ups and row kind of supersets, and yeah, I just did a couple reps of that. Normally, when I go to the gym, I do a kettlebell workout. Did a little bit of lifts and stairmasters yesterday. So, yo, guys, let's do it, man. Let's do it. Random dude in your life, you watching me. I'm. Let's go ahead and do what we need to do and get healthy, man. So, I want this to be a live discussion every time, and we out here doing it, man. Let's see if I got a little voice for that, man. Let's, you know, nah, you know what? Give that a flex bomb. Heck yeah. Working out, staying healthy, and staying away from motivations. But anyway, here's what I have. I want to try live streaming a game here for the first time, but I got a couple of content, couple of segments and stuff like that to talk about and to go through, kind of have a discussion with you guys. And after that, I want to try some Mouthwash. This could be the first time I'm playing it. I do want to kind of try some games that I haven't, playing it first time, like that live streaming experience. And I look forward to trying a game out. I'm not a big scary game kind of guy, but I heard it has really good narratives and it's crazy. So hopefully you could stick along with that, and we'll go through there. We'll go through there. Let's keep it pushing. Keep it pushing. All right. So for today, current events: Eagles win the Super Bowl. No congratulations. There's a backstory to that. I'm mostly going to talk about Kendrick. Don't get me wrong here, but I don't want to be the, it's a performance that happens to be football. I don't want to be, I watch football relatively. I like football, not like the biggest hardcore. I do fantasy every now and then. But yeah, but I know for sure as a sports fan, there are two things. There's the team you love and there's the team you hate. I believe in hatred. I hate the Philadelphia Eagles. I hate the Philadelphia Flyers. I hate the Philadelphia Sixers. You get the drift here. You get the consistency. I hate all teams Philadelphia. So my heart was actually broken, that the Eagles won. But I know I'm a hater. But I'm also objective. I am a fan of Saquon Barkley. He plays phenomenal football. I know I was scared of him, even though he wasn't a factor yesterday, but he did what he had to do. But yeah, let's go back to why I hate the Eagles. I used to live in Philadelphia. Let's take it back to circa 2001. Oh, I don't even have the I need to put like the memory thing back. So I'll just do the memory noise right now. Back in circa 2001, right? That's like the memory thing going back. Anyway, circa 2001, I moved to Philadelphia from Brooklyn, right? So we some New York cats. Shout out to Brooklyn, home of the Flex Bomb, New York. If is you talking about? If you talking about now? Shout out to New York, right? So my brother, I know I got the fandom from him, but as he started watching basketball, he was big into Kobe. So then, you look up to your brother, you look up to your family. I'm big into Kobe. I love Kobe and Shaq. We're talking 2001. They're just killing it. This, Kobe number 8, man. You talk about the Sprite commercial, like Kobe, you don't got to dunk on everybody. I don't want to get shut down, so I'm not gonna play the commercial. But that Kobe, man, it was phenomenal. He was great. Like I started falling in love with basketball just in that early 2000 segment. But then the Lakers gone to the finals with the Sixers. So I'm living. So my first year in Philly, uh, AI, is facing Kobe. So let me tell you something too. This is the same way I see Saquon Barkley. I see AI in the same way. I love Allen Iverson, probably one of my top 3 basketball players. Just everything about him, the way you just swag, the way the fun that he's brought to the game. But I hate Philly. It's so as I'm growing up, I understand this now. There are people that I like, Brian Dawkins, Andy Reid. I was always an Andy Reid fan in the Eagles, like McNabb. It's like I like these people, I know them, but they just happen to play for the wrong team. Okay, going back to why I hate Philly. It was literally like you remembered when Kobe was there, right? He was talking about, man, I grew up in Philly, Lower Marion, blah blah blah. Like then he just started getting booed and like disrespected. I'd go to school. It's like, yo, F Kobe, F this and that. You know, I had a little bit of at the time I didn't hate Philly teams and stuff like that. I'm like, yo, AI is cool, but I like Kobe. Kobe's better. But then I was introduced to Philly fandom very early. F Kobe. He's a, blah blah blah, F in this, that. I hate him, you know, just complete, just just violating Kobe, bro. And I'm like why? And then Lakers, I know at that 2001 Lakers just the sweeping, bringing the brooms out, just sweeping every team. What was that? Blazers, Kings, all them type teams, right? Then the Sixers, they go in the finals, and then Sixers beat them once, and they're like, yeah, all the crap talking and the disrespect, the belittle. People were started disrespecting me because I like Kobe. Um, this was the year Destiny Child came, and I think they performed. So they had like, I might be mistaken for the All Star game where, no, it was the finals. One had the Sixers, like Beyonce might have had the Sixers, Kelly might have had the Lakers, and then Michelle had like the Sixers and Lakers. Booed them out of the building. And at the time, I'm young, but my parents taught me something called respect, and I just saw a severe lack of it in Philadelphia. So just seeing how they disrespect Kobe and everything that has to do, it's just honestly, Philly teams are the scum of all sports teams. I don't like them. They sure they won, you know, but I'll be there. I'll be there next year when they lose and put a nice Facebook post and a smile. So I believe in hatred. I believe that as someone, I like to think of myself as a nice guy, and I believe the world needs balance. For me to display the kindness that I want to exude in the world, there are things that I have to hate. There are things that I have to hate on. Therefore, I tell you, I am a proud Philly hater. This year is one of the worst years of my life. No, it's not. They won. That's cool. They're talented, but I can't congratulate them because uh, what's how that song go? Uh, these niggas playing on my downfall. Yes, I was that nigga praying on the Philadelphia's downfall. But you know, sometimes God don't answer your prayers, man. So yeah, no congratulations. So that's how it goes. But let's go back. Let's talk about the Kendrick thing. That's one of the, a big current event kind of segment. So Kendrick battled Drake. They were trading blows for blow. Pause. Right? It's like, oh, you're a wife beater. Like you this and then Kendrick was like, you're a PDF file, right? And you like,
Hey, yo.
right? Yeah, you just told Drake you was a PDF file, and dude, he likes young women, man. Basically, that's that's Drake, brother. Like, so then he puts it on a hit song that just explodes, whether organic or inorganically, which is why Drake is suing. But fast forward now, after the song is one of the biggest hits on the planet, probably the biggest song on the planet, uh, Kendrick was able to perform that at the Super Bowl, which a lot of people, including myself, is the exclamation point. That is, in my opinion, that is the peak of this beef. That is the climax. Like, it doesn't go any higher than having a number one hit in the world and performing it in the biggest platform of the world. So I want to react to that. We're gonna have we got our boy T-Pain. He's gonna react to the halftime show. I wanna, all this copyright issues and stuff like that. I'd rather have a reaction to a reaction, whatever. But I think T-Pain's a good neutral guy. Like, he's not gonna, oh, Drake is gonna, like, he's just gonna rate the performance. So I like I want to look into our boy T-Pain, see what's going on, and we'll watch the performance, and he'll talk about it. I'll talk about it, and we'll keep it pushing here.
Right.
Still like,
And they did say that Samuel Jackson was gonna do this. It did leak. Oh my God.
but still, what do you?
All right, so here's what I'm gonna do here. So not here's what I'm gonna do. I'm looking at Sam Jackson. He is. I know the way they are basically framing this Kendrick performance. It's like this really big allegory, metaphorical thing of black people in America. I'm not gonna lie, I don't have time to think about all of this stuff. So yeah, this is just kind of going through the performance and just giving an opinion, but I don't have time to give metaphors about how this relates to black people in America during Black History Month, all that good stuff. So
Get out of that. Right.
Damn, that's right.
You're right.
Shit got leaked for real. Oh, standing on the Grand National is crazy.
Woo. It was super good.
They're coming out. Oh my God.
That's dope as hell. What the
Yeah, they coming from under that shit.
Oh.
The red, white, and blue shit is crazy.
Is it an idea for your Coachella?
Yeah. I'm still in this. I just right now stole that shit. What's in the trunk?
Just that first part of the performance, it was great. I like all of the people coming out of the car. It was very artistic, very artistic. Videos these days, music videos these days, like they're losing a lot of, art expressions of art and things like that. But to be able to replicate a very artistic visual in the Super Bowl and to really get that is really good. So I do like that performance because honestly, when you're rapping, it's like you're talking fast. We may not hear you, but I think rap really goes well with visuals. So I think Kendrick did a good job just in that first segment there.
The revolution about to be televised. You picked the right time, but the wrong guy.
What is this change? What just came out?
Niggas.
Oh, stop digging.
Woo!
Who's going on these home bugs, baby?
Let go. Yeah. Huh.
Hey, it's crazy. Goddamn. That's what I said. This shit off.
So this another thing in terms of the music performance, it was thumping. Your boy has the Sonos speakers with that subwoofer. If you have that and you bump, I was bumping this Super Bowl. It was good. I had a nice little party. But what I noticed was the song was too loud, right? The music was louder than his rap. So you hear that thump, that boom, like it was just kind of overshadowing his voice. Sometimes that might work with singing because you're holding on to a note, but when every syllable, you're rapping a whole lot of syllables and every millisecond is a different word and things like that, it kind of got in the way. So the audio production, I don't believe was good, or it wasn't a good direction of that. So
This nigga got like 3 dances that he can do.
Yeah. Leave him alone. He's just a tiny little guy.
He is 4 feet tall.
And,
American flag is awesome.
This choreography is pissing me off. Yo, this choreography is just.
baby in a fire.
What? There's some big ass steps. Keeping that shit together, that's crazy.
And he still gotta go to the other stages, mind you.
I'm pissed. This stage is huge. Inside the DNA. Oh, he had to learn choreography. This is actually fire.
Going up the street?
Oh, it's a street.
Yeah.
I just realized that. Who's racking focus for this shit because they on fucking point right now? Oh my goodness. Oh my god. There it is. That's one of the 3 dances he knows.
T-Pain is a great dancer, so he has credibility to go with the dance. I didn't really look at the dancing like that. I just saw like, honestly, if people are just moving in one motion, I'm like, that's cool, So, however, on the same note, I do watch stuff like Jabberwockies and Lay Twins and all that, but I'm definitely not a dancing expert. Man. Let me just, that's I probably do something like that, and that probably wasn't that good, but they were okay, right? Like, expect that it is Super Bowl, so maybe there's just this grand it didn't seem grand. The dancing seemed acceptable. Another good thing to point out with Kendrick is that as a performer, he wasn't out of breath. There was definitely clarity in his words. So he did a good job as someone who's kind of moving around and doing a lot of things. So all those push-ups he be doing on the streets and pull-ups in New York, be pull it is you know is paying off. That's the word I was looking for. It's paying off.
The warning lights that they had over there.
All right, let's go to the grand finale. I know I talked about his stuff enough. We are gonna go to.
I think about this song too hard, it makes me cry.
I hate this so much. This is so fucking good. Oh my god. Scissor show prices. Scissor show prices was already crazy.
That was weird with the sound there. All right. Hey, normally, we talk about how good women look, but I'm a married man. But on the side, like I do tell my wife if a woman looks good. I'm not gonna be stupid. I don't like to hide stuff like that. But I'm not scared to say if someone looks good if they look very attractive. But SZA is very attractive. So we'll just go there. Again, we don't need a lust about women. We don't need a lust, towards women and stuff. If you're into that, that's cool. Get your OnlyFans on and all that stuff. But you recognize, some people look good. So just put that out there to the ether. SZA's a good looking woman. I ain't gonna say that anymore. Be good. But
Jesus.
we're gonna go to the grand finale here.
Oh.
Ooh.
He fucking with. Oh.
Jeez.
Come on, man!
God damn, bro.
You been ahead of that sound like
Oh no. That fucking stadium is so loud.
Bruh. That was the thing I was worried about. I was on a call today with a client, and we were talking about the Super Bowl, and like the only thing that stood out is how 50 million viewers, or however people, millions upon millions, right, all around the world. Super Bowl was the most watched thing in the world. You're talking, the most watched things in the world, and you call that man a pedophile, a PDF file, right? And the whole stadium is screaming A minor. It's over, right? Like, come on. Dang, man. Drake's a good artist, man. I don't need to be canceled for that, right? Drake is, but he messed with the wrong one, bro.
You're fucked, buddy! You're fucked!
Oh, damn it. Yo.
I don't know.
Please get Mustard out there. It did look like her.
Buster!
Oh, wait.
Yeah.
You're fucked, buddy! You're fucked!
Oh no.
Intro for it, like this.
Oh, he did the smile too, man. He hit him with the Cedric. He like her. Oh, jeez, bro. Jeez.
You been ahead of that sound like
Oh no.
A minor!
That fucking stadium is so loud.
You're fucked, buddy! You're fucked!
Oh, damn it. Yo.
Son, he got that nigga's ex-girl crip walking on his grave. On another note, Serena looked good too. There's a lot of these questionable photos of her looking like an X-Men. Like I know those videos too. I be seeing them, the pictures. But she looked okay there. She looked good. She looked good. So I'm happy to see her, just looking healthy, looking regular. I don't know if it's makeup or maybe she, unsurgeryed her face or something. But she looks good. But the God, the crip walk.
Please get mustard out there. It did look like
Uh,
that.
Mustard!
Yes.
Man, somebody gotta do it.
Yes, get mustard out there. Woo! Game over. Oh my God.
Oh my God! Come back!
That was incredible. That may have been the most simple halftime show I've ever seen. Not that it was great, it was good. But for some reason, oh my God, that was impactful as shit. Like when you think about, when you compare like Rihanna fucking 100, 200 feet up in the fucking air, you see shit like that and it's just like, he didn't really do shit. He didn't do shit and he fucking didn't need to, is the crazy part. It would seem like a glaze if you were like, man, that was one of the best. But
When you really look at
I think it's fucked up that I'm just now realizing how much you really don't have to do to have a good halftime performance.
I agree with that sentiment. He didn't really need to do much. I think the song did everything for him. I know a lot of people were hating on the Kendrick halftime, but that song is bigger than anything, and it just shows how that song just shows They Not Like Us is the star of that show. If I'd like to think that if that wasn't performed, I don't think the performance would be the same. And I saw some videos of people kind of staring at mostly white people. Like, come on, that was the worst halftime show. I think the song shows they're not like us. You're not like us, so it doesn't appeal to you. I get it. But that performance was good. It had the choreography. It had the distraction. You had SZA. You had homegirl crip walking. It was very simplistic, right? You didn't have to be like a cokehead like The Weeknd and just bouncing off the walls like running stupid. Even though he's a great artist, but I wasn't a fan of that Super Bowl performance. But this one was good. This one was good. It was a good reaction. They Not Like Us, man. That's the Kendrick song. I know a lot of people's like, yo, Good Kid, Mad City, and then the neo soul, all that, conscious stuff. It's for a group of people, but it's not for everyone. Like, if you're a hip hop head, you might want to listen to it and stuff like that, but you're not bumping that in the club. You're not bumping Good Kid, Mad City, right? You probably sitting there yourself like studying, just being all in your brain studying that stuff. That's the same thing. I know Kendrick's a very deep artist. Some of you had PlayStation and Game Over. I don't know. And there's the American Flag and Uncle Sam Jackson. Honestly, it's. I don't think I'm meant to go too deep into it. I'm not the person to do that. I'm not the hip hop head who does that. Like, in terms of hip hop, like I like, I just like good, fun music. I grew up listening to DMX, The Locks, just a lot of street stuff, a lot of street music. Yeah, it's like Kendrick is good, but he's not my favorite, or he doesn't like widely appeal to me, to be honest. There's a time where I'm in the mood for him, like, yo, that dude could rap. He's definitely one of the best rappers. I think I like J. Cole. Hot take. I just thought of this hot take. I think J. Cole is somewhere between Kendrick and Drake, where he does have like the melodic type of, hooks and stuff like that, but he can spit as deep and as Kendrick. So I am more of a J. Cole kind of person. And yeah, a lot of stuff to go there. But going back to Kendrick, yo, what else do you need to do? The beef is officially over. Like, I don't know about you guys, but I probably don't care about it as much anymore. So there's a lot going on there. All right. So let's move on to the death of live service games. I don't know if you looked at the thumbnail, but that's like the COD. Let's see. Legendary drops.
That are holding these companies together. And
All right. So,
without them,
just getting this video queued up here. This is a YouTube video, Legendary Drops. I'm not gonna lie, I want to talk about this guy for a second. And just as a new YouTuber who is trying to find their voice, who is trying to find, you know, what am I about? What is my channel about? Gaming, things like that. It's hard to find people who I can really have influence me or like mimic me because, you know, I'm not the type of, no disrespect to people who have these views, woke everything and this and that, like that's gay, this is gay. I don't want to say grifters. People might be really passionate about it, so I do want to respect people's mindset. But it's just this big movement of this negative movement of games are gay, the studios are gay, all of this craziness, and that seems to be where the conversation is. At first, I was passionate about it because I was like, "Yo, you're right," but I think there's just a little bit too much of that going on. Like that's not what I want to be as a content creator. I do want to bring unique discussions, which shows my last the video I just posted up today talking about the LGBT. It's like I want to go deeper into the stuff, right? So it's not that games are bad and they're gay. Like I do acknowledge that LGBT games are horrible now. Like they gay because they do a bad job, but I want to look deeper into it. So when I watch some of Legendary Drop as a YouTube channel, first of all, I want to say that I'm inspired because it's just a lot of relevant conversation about games. Like he is definitely what my channel is aiming to be in terms of talking about these things very just eloquently, very just bringing up relevant points, having great conversation. So I'm just gonna react to it and just give some thoughts. But he is gonna I know that he is gonna end up just probably just echoing him a whole lot, but I do want to give some thoughts about this too, about certain parts of the game here. So let's go ahead and do that.
we are in the calm before the storm, the eerie silence before the first shot is fired. Live service games almost entirely across the board have been losing players, losing relevance, and hemorrhaging money. While at the exact same time, every major publisher is rushing to go and make the next live service game, or they are desperately clinging on to their existing ones, trying to stay afloat, not realizing that's exactly what's causing this problem in the first place, because something's been going on, but nobody's caught wind of it. And it makes a lot of sense. In most cases, we look at gaming failures in a case-by-case basis, rather than zooming out and looking at the bigger picture. But when you do, you see that the foundation is starting to crumble. You look around and you see that every player in every community is complaining about the exact same things. You see prices that are skyrocketing and quality that's plummeting. You see microtransactions become the main priority of these companies, monetization become the main priority of these companies, and at the exact same time, communities are dying. You see that content creators and streamers who have built their entire career around single games have lost relevance at a rapid rate, and that's a sign of decay. That's a sign of collapse. These are warning signs that a lot of people aren't paying attention to. The industry has overvalued live service games to a reckless degree while undervaluing single-player games or just, day one paid-for experiences. And most of them have completely abandoned them. Look at EA. They come forward and believe that Dragon Age the Veilguard failed because a lack of live service elements. Yeah, this is reality.
About that Dragon Age, the Veilguard. So I think statements like that proves why you don't trust CEOs and what they say, where they don't take a direct responsibility. They don't talk. They don't. It's basically like they cannot come to terms with their failure. And where does that lead them? Back to no, I'm just kidding. They can't admit that they failed as a company. That as a publisher, their responsibility is to facilitate the success of a game, and they have failed to do so. And for them to lack, for the EA CEO to lack, I believe Andrew Wilson, for him to lack I lost that word. Introspectiveness. That's the word I'm looking for. For him to lack being introspective in terms of why it failed, it shows that you can't trust the company, because it's 2025, right? Back in the day, you have old games that you play and you just enjoy the games. And I love this game. This is great. But you have to know now that we're sophisticated. We know the developers, we know the writers, we know, the publishers, the inside people, that we even know people who does who composes the music. So there's just a lot of things, right? Like it's like we know it all. We read articles, we read insider news, we listen to the right people, which isn't mainstream journalism anymore, because they're just as untrustworthy as the corporations, because they are the corporations basically. But for you to say something that we know is BS, it just shows how much we don't trust you, how much we don't trust just your thought patterns. And this is the same way you bring these agenda to the games, and you do a lot of it's, you lose a lot of credibility with people, EA. So that's just my word with that. So let's just continue. It's 31 minutes. I'm gonna skip some of this stuff because I want to get to streaming some things here. So
what world do we live in? The best-selling and most talked about games over the past few years have almost all been single-player games, and I think the vast majority of people will probably agree with me on that. Those are the games that I remember the most, at the very least. Today, what I want to do is I want to talk about the slow drain on relevance in live service games, the exhaustion of the player base, and why putting all your money in betting
single-player games. I don't want to overpause it, but yes, single-player games is my bread and butter personally. I think the amount of time, and I think he's going to talk about this too, just the time being invested in live service games. So let's listen to a good portion, and then I'll just share some relevant thoughts here.
all your money on live service has now become a death sentence. The industry is changing, and I don't think they're ready for it. Now, every single year we go through the same cycle. Players and content creators debating whether or not their favorite live service game is finally dying. World of Warcraft, Final Fantasy, Call of Duty, Apex Legends, virtually every major title goes through one of these phases. And for years, it's mostly been hyperbole. But now, it's slowly becoming all but inevitable. Whether it's general fatigue, lack in content, financial strain, new game releases, or unchecked issues, players are leaving live service games in droves right now. I've mentioned this before, but Call of Duty has lost nearly all of the players that it gained from the launch of Black Ops 6. A dip in retention is normal, But this isn't a post-launch fall off. This is a catastrophic collapse. And it's not just Black Ops 6. The Steam launcher is tracking Call of Duty Warzone as well, meaning that all numbers across the board are plummeting. YouTube and Twitch metrics are telling the same story. Content creators who have built their audiences around Call of Duty are seeing a fraction of their normal viewership. Apex Legends lost 70% of its player base in just 1 year, and all the complaints between these two games is almost identical. Lack in variety of content, reusing cosmetics rather than creating anything new, content that raises the skill ceiling and alienates casual players, persistent bugs and performance issues, rampant cheating, and yet somehow, some way, the only thing these developers seem to prioritize is monetization. Players are bored, fatigued, and frustrated, while these companies behind these games keep extending their hands asking for more money. And this has been a consistent trend because last year, Ubisoft reconfigured their battle pass for Rainbow Six Siege, increasing prices, removing rewards, not adding any new content to the game, while asking players if they'd like to purchase a membership to keep playing the game. Many live service studios have tunnel vision profit and have completely lost sight of the quality of their product and the service that they're supposed to be delivering. That's why they're losing players. I mean, look at what's going on with League of Legends. Riot has always been a studio, for the most part, that has been frequently celebrated by its players. But recently, the developers stepped forward to explain that while player retention is stable and revenue is up, they've come to realize that Hextech chests, a free reward path that many players made their primary way of earning free cosmetics, is somehow not sustainable anymore. And quote, "We are giving away too much free stuff. Guys, we're making enough money, but we want more." That's
Isn't that the thing? We're making enough money, but we're getting more. A lot of people are losing just interest in the live service games because they're asking for more money and they're giving you less and less quality. And you know, the gamers are just smartening up. They're see it. And what's making them smart up, right? I think it's the single player games. I think the single player games are making gamers wise up to know what quality looks like and what it doesn't look like. So I'm sitting here playing the same game over and over, paying, just continuously paying money. And here's this single player here, this experience, this unforgettable experience I'm getting, the quality, the writing. And it's just really captivating versus that same live single player game. Like, I take it as, people say loot boxes or slot machines. One time I went to Atlantic City, and then just see people just repeatedly. I'm sure it's in Vegas. I've never been to Vegas, but Atlantic City is the closest I've been. But people are just kind of pulling the slot machine, right? The same thing, and then they're just so fixated, and they're dazed and hypnotized and lifeless, soulless. And that's what a lot of these games are. You're basically hitting the slot machine over and over, and you're not, and it just, again, you seem lifeless, you seem soulless, and it doesn't have a lot of sustainability to it. And this is one of these examples where, you're just continuing to monetize. And then when everything is cool until the economy collapses. So now you have to choose what you're going to play, what you're going to invest time in. And it's not that. It's not like this is where people just take a second look. I'll give you another experience. And I've said this in our channel before. I used to be a teacher. I went to school to be a teacher, to be a secondary education teacher. So we're talking from 7th to 12th grade. And then I've done it for 5 years. Every year was more stressful than the next. And what made it stressful wasn't even the kids. Like, yo, yo, man, F you, Mr. B. F you, this, that. Like, I'm like, I used to be a kid too. So not to say I curse out my teachers, but like, I didn't like homework. I didn't like, doing things. I didn't think teachers were cool. Although I am cool. But what I noticed is just administration. Like, a lot of people that are supposed to like lead the schools or help me become a better teacher, things like that. A lot of them were dropping the ball. and making a stressful job more stressful. And then it made me realize, how much am I being paid again to do this? Right? So when people come to, when you're effing people over with a lot of these type of games, it always comes to the point of, how much am I paying for this again? They're asking for more money. Let me be more critical. Another point. Just keep rain on it. It keeps coming. I'll keep talking. Your boy, I'm live streaming, boy. I'm live streaming out here, man. I'm live streaming. So, no, let's say I get my haircut, and I'm paying $20 for a haircut. You're like, he does a decent job. Like, it looks fresh, it looks good. It's like, yo, that's awesome. Hey, yo, where I live nowadays, these cuts be costing $50, $60, bro. Wait, I need a sound effect. These cuts be costing $50, $60. So I'm telling myself, all right, I guess inflation is there, but some barbers do a good job. They work for that. Like, especially the barber I go to, he does the whole hair washing thing. He does the pores, the skin. Yeah, I can say what y'all want. Like, that's not gay. That's called taking care of your skin. And he does that. That's the closest. Maybe I need to do like the real ones, but go to the whole spa thing. But I like that he does the the pores, and then does the hair, and then washes the hair. So they work a little bit more for that. But here's the thing. I'm paying more money, so I critique the barber a whole lot more than usual. Because if it's I went to Philly nowadays, it was $20. I was like, yo, man, this stuff looks good. I walk right out. But then, like, you start feeling some type of way when you about to pull up the Cash App. I'm about to give this dude, this cut costs, $60. Plus he might be, I'm a nice guy, I like tipping. So, I'm about to give this dude like $70. So then I look at my hair a little more. I'm like, yo, how sharp is this? Is this pushed back? Is this, The thing is, the more money you pay as a consumer, you feel more relegated to justify your investment. And a lot of these live service games, they're not meeting the mark, So a lot of people are smartly, getting rid of that. So
it's essentially what they're saying here. Who the hell greenlit this? These dudes said, we only want you to buy something when you feel it's worth it, yet you took away the only way for players to get free stuff. How did you think this is going to go over? Now, while many live service games have been struggling the past few years, much of it for self-inflicted reasons more than anything else, single-player games have been thriving. We are in the middle of a renaissance, with both indie and AAA games reaching massive audiences and delivering real satisfaction. Hogwarts Legacy outsold Call of Duty. Baldur's Gate 3 is still one of Steam's most played games. Black Myth Wukong shattered Steam's concurrent player records. Kingdom Come Deliverance made all of its money back within 24 hours, and the player numbers continue to rise. The list goes on. While live service games are still popular, we are witnessing a shift. Players are finding more value and are being more valued in single-player experiences. It's hard to ignore all the successes. And I think this is the key weakness in live service games and why they're struggling. Many single-player games still understand what players want, while live service games have lost sight of it entirely. The best...
That's such a good point. Just to reiterate some of that stuff, single players, they are meeting all of the players' needs. Live service are losing sight of that in favor of, we need to monetize more, we need to make more money, we need to be more soulless. Single player games is, let's give them an experience.
Single-player games aren't just selling gameplay, they are delivering a complete experience, a world worth investing in, a story worth following. Meanwhile, live service games have become nothing more than a financial experiment rather than a creative pursuit. Studios aren't building games for players anymore, they're building platforms to extract revenue. Every update, every feature, every design decision is dictated by retention metrics and engagement algorithms rather than genuine craftsmanship. The result? A stagnant, disposable gaming ecosystem where quality is an afterthought and player goodwill is traded for short-term profit. That's why I find it almost comical to hear that EA's Andrew Wilson, a man who has spent years gutting single-player franchises, is suggesting that Dragon Age the Veilguard failed because it lacked live service elements. It's a perfect example of how disconnected these executives are from reality. They aren't just ignoring the industry's trends, successes, and failures. They are actively rejecting the lessons that they should be learning. In an article written by Todd Black of GamerRanks titled
Oh, that was a bar. They are actively rejecting the lessons that they should be learning. He talks fast and he talks smart. So sometimes you just got to slow it down. Slow it down for people like me, you know. I think that's one of the reasons why I don't like making a lot of these like negative videos. I had a video on my page just called How Fell Games Are Winning. And yo, they're gonna ignore it, right? BioWare just someone I'm not, you know, I am taking this from what someone said. This is not my words. Basically, like an HR, it's kind of like an HR class, a 40-hour HR class about just trans and all that stuff. Like EA know what they were doing. Like I'm sure people test the game, they know what it was. And they saw what BioWare was. They saw the atrocious writing and made projections towards that. And then they failed miserably. Right? So as they're again, they're failing these games, right? They're doing these games and they're failing it. And they know why it failed. They see the market, they see the critique, they see the reviews, they see the videos that has gone viral talking about it, right? BioWare, you know, oh, Dragon Age the Veilguard's writing was the worst writing I've ever seen. Like even from people that they gave access to are saying how bad the writing was. But to look at all of, you know, Twitter and again, the videos with the most views that are talking about this game are critiquing it in a very accurate kind of way. So they are choosing to ignore it. They are choosing to ignore all of the, you know, those scenes and stuff like that they've done. This DEI, all that type of, you know, mess that they've put in the game to make it very shallow and, you know, again, lack heart, lack substance, lack humanity, lack a soul. All of these things they put in these games, the publisher knows that. EA knows that. But they are actively ignoring it. Oh, we haven't put live service. We can't say that they're, at this point, you can't question their stupidity. One of the questions you have to ask is, what do they have to gain what do they have to gain by, let's say this here, just kind of making my point. What do they have to lose if they say the game was ruined by DEI? So it seems like this very big incentive that they're trying to hide. Like it's more important to not acknowledge why the game really failed, you know. But at this point, you can't trust their word, so there's no point of listening to them. There's no point, like you just ignore it, play the good games. And that's what I want to start looking for. That's what I want my channel to be about.
EA boss feels Dragon Age the Veilguard failed because of a lack of live service elements. Todd writes, video games can fail for multiple reasons, and not all of them is on the developer or publisher. There are plenty of cult classic titles that were high quality games. It's just that many people didn't give them the chance. There are also times when games are high quality, but developers and publishers never gave them the big push marketing wise, so people really weren't aware of them and thus didn't buy them. Then there are games like Dragon Age the Veilguard, which had plenty of push from BioWare and EA, but it also had a ton of baggage in the public eye. And that was the key reason why it failed. However, that's not what Electronic Arts feels. While speaking at an investor call, as noted by comicbook.com, EA CEO Andrew Wilson made a bold statement claiming that the reason the BioWare RPG failed wasn't because of a lack in quality or marketing, but because the game didn't have any live service elements to help it connect with gamers. Now, to make sure that I really drive home Andrew Wilson's words, because I want to make sure everybody understands this clearly, I'm going to do this in my best CEO voice, so give me just a second. We know as a global leader in entertainment, great titles, even when built and delivered with polished execution, make a lot of money on something. And here we are years later watching EA continue the same move away from single-player games and pushing more into live service. Blaming the Veilguard's failure on a lack of live service, to me, is nothing more than a desperate attempt to justify a shift that's well underway. A shift where EA can quietly transition all of its studios into live service factories while cutting out single-player development entirely. Because to them, single player is too expensive, too risky, and not profitable enough. And to me, that's a death sentence. I think that by ignoring single player successes and their value, these studios and publishers have lost sight of why players come to play games in the first place.
All right. So just about 10-minute videos here. We've talked about this. I'm going to move on. Just gonna move on to our last part before we try live streaming some games here. And let's kind of go there. So overall, these games are failing, man. These games are failing. And yeah, lack of creativity, lack of a lot of, things going on there. So and these games deserve to fail. When you make these games without lack of creativity, or you put corporate agenda and all of that, like, it's great that you're losing money, and the market has spoken. And the thing that brings notice to your failures are there are people who are doing it the right way. Things like Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. Oh, but it has a gay scene. Doesn't matter, right? Because they're doing the right thing, right? For the most part. No, they're doing the right thing. I know there's a little controversy, so I don't want to get into that. That's a whole nother thing. Oh, it's gay, but it's historically Christian. So sorry, I didn't mean to get into that. All of that. That might be its own. That should be its own thing. But just quality. Yeah, we're just talking about the lack of quality versus versus quality, and EA is prime example one of just lack of quality in games. And yeah, the biggest Ubisoft is already that. You're about to see it again in Assassin's Creed. So that's basically what we got here. All right. Let's move on, guys. It's Valentine's Day. Valentine's Day. I am a happily married man, and if I'm gonna personally speak for things, we don't celebrate Valentine's Day. That's kind of for new couples, and it's kind of corny, and it's for people who, I think it's for people who need to be validated that they're loved. Like, when you're married and you're doing it the right way, I think, where we prioritize that try to do it on a weekly basis. We might miss some weeks here or there, but like, just be romantic, just being together. Like, yeah, it doesn't really, I guess, matter in a sense, right? And right, we live in this world where men don't approach women anymore. So that's the gist of what I'm talking about. We're going to talk about. I think a lot of women are upset that this idea of chivalry and romance is, in fact, dead, or dying, or it's lessened dramatically. And yeah, it's kind of approaching the red pill territory. Like, number one, you reject, speaking for a lot of guys, it's like, you reject me, so why would I be in this position where you can keep doing that? Why shouldn't I focus on aspects of success that helps me win over everything, including you? Right? You don't care if I do this, if I pursue you, or am I kind to you, or if I prioritize you. You care if I make money. You care if I have these certain things going on in my life. You care about these shallow things. So I think something women don't tend to account for in men is that we're problem solvers, right? We tend to, and we're adjusters. So we adjust to what needs to be done. If something is not the right way, we make it the right way and we move forward. Um, I'm a what's the problem? Let's fix it kind of person. And I think most men are too. So if I think with a lot of the discouragement that I think women has been kind of heaping on men, and it's like, yo, this is a problem. How do I solve it? This is how I think about women now. This whole dating thing, oh, coffee dates suck. Walking in the park suck. I want an expensive dinner for the first date. Oh, I just swiped right and I don't know, right or left. I think right's the good one, right? I swiped right and we just talked on this app and this is a stranger, but I need to be wined and dined. And I think men are just seeing the problem and it's like, I have better things to do. Like, if you look at it as a pyramid, right? Pyramid. I'm drawing a pyramid here. Oh, pyramid. There we go. Middle. Pyramid. And the higher you go, the more of the pyramid you obtain, right? So in the bottom is like, like just in that, like, let's just look at the whole pyramid. There's the top and then there's like that bottom part. Bottom part is like women, money, sex, things like that. I know where I'm going with this. Just stay with me. Right? You have all of these things here. But then at the top of that pyramid is just like you're chasing success. You're chasing physical success, financial success, right? Because when you have the things on the top, you get the whole pyramid. I think one of the things people are not realizing, it's men are going for the top. They're not going for the bottom tier anymore. At least men of higher status, or of higher intellect, And then there's guys like me who found my wife early before I had super high expectations. But I have an amazing wife. That's one of the things, man. Like, yo, if your girl found you early, you're blessed. Stay where you're at. I believe in that. You don't want to go out there. Women are mad, men are ignoring them, and I'm not gonna lie. If I wasn't married, I'd be ignoring women too, bro. Like this whole shallowness. I'm not a shallow person. I believe in just doing things the right way in terms of really finding a good-hearted person, a good-hearted woman who has great intentions, and who's down to be an asset. Like, if I'm gonna give all of I'll keep it going before I watch the video. I think I'm going on a tangent here, but I'm gonna stop after the sentence. If I'm going on a tangent here, no, if I'm like giving my heart and I'm sacrificing everything for my lady, like I would expect for you to have my back or to have my best intentions. I think what's going on now with a lot of these girls or a lot of these women, like they don't really have men's intentions, right? Men are being asked to give everything without receiving anything in return. And I'm just like, yeah, that's not how it's supposed to be, man. Women back in the day was a lot different. Women back in the day, I think Shannon Sharp was putting this on this controversial, that this topic, right? It's like they were worth pouring into. They were worth sacrificing for. A lot of women aren't worth that today. So here's what I'm going to do. I am looking here. And we're going to look at some shorts that just kind of bring this conversation and see if we could talk about anything new. So we're 10 short videos away from my starting stream here. All right, we are here. All right, so let's watch some of these things and just see what's happening here. So, 10 might be too much. I'll just give a couple short videos, see if there's anything interesting that pops up. Again, I haven't seen these things before, so again, I'm just reacting live. It says live content, man, so I'm trying not to, go, just be a little spontaneous. Pause. That sounds weird, but spontaneous is the right word.
Why men never approach women anymore?
Men don't approach women because they always turn us down. That's easy. I mean, I get turned down all the time. All the time.
If he gets turned down, then we don't stand a chance. I'm happy I'm married. I'm staying married. I found the right one. But yo, for you fellas, bro, if this brother gets rejected, then I don't know if he don't have games. What's the drip? I don't know. I ain't judging him or all that, but that's, yeah, man. That dude looks like a stud, bro. Got the tribal tattoos.
They're not really giving you a chance out there?
No, they're not giving me a chance. That's why I don't even approach. I mean, I say hi and be nice, but man, that's about it, and keep it moving.
Any advice you would give to the chicks out there?
At least hear the dude out. If he say hi, buy you a drink or something, at least hear him out instead of just saying no or saying that you have a boyfriend, because everybody know they lying.
Yeah. Single, yeah. How do you think they got that wall up between us?
Too many options. Dating apps, social media, gas station, library, gym, you name it.
Why?
Yo, hey, women aren't approaching anymore, man. Like, yo, we got better things to do. Like, men, we take the hint, bro. That's what we're good at. We're good at taking the hint and just keep it pushing. That's why in Valentine's I will say this, right? After this weekend, women, these ladies, these lovely ladies might be on their boss up tip, like, yo, man, F these, niggas, whatever. But what, but for right now, they mad. They mad because we ain't Valentine, bro. Like, that's the game, bro. You reject us, we got better things to do. And as time goes on, this will get worse. As bad as it is now, I definitely project it getting worse. So
back in the days, most of the time, you would wait for someone to make the.
I'm gonna listen to her, but this is a foul woman too, bro. Homegirl did Jeezy dirty. But should I watch it? Nah, I'm not gonna watch it, guys. I'm not gonna watch it because I believe in the right messenger, and she ain't it.
Study on date psychology recently revealed that 48% of men 26 to 40 years old have not approached women in the past year, and 60% of men aged 18 to 25 said they haven't. In the entire dataset, 30% of men said they never approached a woman in person before. Ever.
They actually went into the reasoning behind these men not going and speaking to women, and I believe the list was scared of rejection, scared of like an HR response or being reported or Me Too'd in some way, shape, or form, not being successful, and just not feeling the need to walk up to women anymore was also one of the many answers that men gave on the list of reasons why.
So HR is good. Right, I guess that's a legitimate reason. Yeah, that's a legitimate reason. So yeah, that's a legitimate reason. I think with HR losing my livelihood, that's a good reason not to talk to women. There's let's see here. This video. Yeah, that's a good reason not to talk to them and stuff like that. Another thing is, scared of rejection. Some I think some men have not gone through that yet. It's a very scary feeling to go to, but once you go through it and once you understand what that means, like it ain't you personally, it might be their taste. They go through that. But I like this last part here. She says, I'm gonna try to replay that.
Or being reported or me too'd in some way, shape, or form, not being successful, and just not feeling the need to walk up to women anymore.
Oh, I wonder why they don't feel the need. They don't feel the need because you swipe left and right. There's no need to walk up to women anymore. You find the one that's interested, and basically, with technology, and it's one word. It's a one-word answer. Filtering. With technology and the swipe right and swipe left movement, I only get to see those who like me. So I don't need to feel rejected because that part I don't even see. What you don't see doesn't hurt. And these apps are able to leverage that. So there's no need to walk up to women because in my app, I just talk to people who like me. And, they might want the business. Anyway, next video.
So many guys find peace and happiness with being alone that they think, why should I be in a relationship then? It's just going to cause a headache. Just have hope and take risks.
That's a dumb, sorry. Have hope and take risks. There are places where you don't take risks. If you get success, if you get like the right things, that's not a risk because women come up to you. And I'm like, that's just the right thing, bro. Like, you're talking about, you say she's fine and then you move on with your life, man. Just keep it pushing. Man, it's a crazy world we're living in. Tough world. Women are just, men ain't really rocking with women like that, bro. Like,
men are not cold approaching women anymore. And the more I think about cold approaching, the more it just doesn't make sense and the more stupid it sounds, right?
Let's see how much video, let's count it.
Study on date psychology.
Why men never...
One, we didn't watch this.
Study on
2, 3,
men are
4.
not cold approaching women anymore.
We're gonna go for 5.
The more I think about cold approaching, the more it just doesn't make sense and the more stupid it sounds, right? When you're cold approaching, you're in the lower position starting off. So the percentage level of you being successful is very slim, and slim just die. Attractive guys don't have to cold approach. Guys with money don't have to cold approach. They have leverage in some way, either their looks or their finances, social status, combination of all three, right? This is why they don't have to cold approach, right? In today's society, cold approach is dying because you got to understand women only want the top 20 to 30% of a guy, right? In general. So if they start cold approaching in general, they're only going to be cold approaching those kind of guys. Men are not.
Dang. That's a good point. Like, I think it's a familiar point where, like I talked about that pyramid, when you're chasing success or you're chasing that physical peakness, women kind of look for that part. So starting from that lower position, it's like, again, men are problem solvers. It's like, I see an issue and this is how to solve it. I don't think women make up for the fact that men are problem solvers. I said that already. But we're solving this problem, bro. Like you don't want me, I'll go to someone who does, or I will set up myself in a way to attract the right people. And this might be another thing too. I think the right man is willing to work hard for it. They're willing to work hard and to get to that place that they want to get to, So, yeah. Let's go there. And
cold approaching.
Yeah, bro. Let's make the last one good.
I'm a big Lucha Underground. Catwoman. I'm a big Lucha.
Oh, my wrestling stuff. My wrestling stuff is comic book stuff is getting there. Let's just watch this.
So you really want to know why men aren't approaching women anymore?
Flex
So
bomb,
check this
bro.
out. So I was having a conversation with one of my female friends, and she asked me why men aren't approaching me anymore. And that was a really good question. So I did some research, and statistics show that men aren't approaching women anymore like they used to. I remember going to the mall and interacting and bagging up crazy numbers and going home and being on the phone to wee hours of the night. The game done changed tremendously. So now when you approach a woman, you ask for a number, and more than likely you're going to get an Instagram, drop a bomb to that. So my question is, you remember the song? It really makes me think, like, what is it that they really want? Do they want to get to know someone? They want likes? They want followers? It's crazy to me. So I tried to hook someone up with someone I was dating, friend, right? And the first thing she asked for was his Instagram. So she combs through his Instagram and turned out that she's not interested because his Instagram is boring. So it makes me think and it makes me question what they really want from us. So you really want to know why men
Yeah,
aren't
it's the gold digging aspect. I get it. The Instagram. Uh, I am old, so I know that. I know the Instagram feeling. So if it's Instagram, then yeah, I think with knowing that women are rejecting men too, I don't think we make up for the fact that women like to they get men for the wrong reasons, for shallow reasons, and I think men knows that. Like they know they're there for the money, so it's like we're gonna like I'm not gonna date you. I'm not. There's no Valentines in this, right? The chocolate and to serenade you with my love. Like I don't love you. We don't love these. No. Um. There's no place in love for this. I don't think women created an environment. Like I think for some women, if not all, but I think a lot of the women in question here, they're not doing this for love. They want men for money and these other things. So is it wrong that men reciprocate that? And if you're taking advantage of men's resources, can't isn't it the right isn't it right that they take advantage of something they want to? There's just a lot of tit for tat, in this dating world, man. This is why it's crazy out here. Um, so not that I know a whole lot of it. Again, married men, but I see the reason why Valentine's Day, uh, you know, women are taking L's, man, for Valentine's Day, bro. Like, you know, you don't bring side pieces chocolate. Just get it pieces of chocolate to side pieces. No, yeah, side pieces don't get pieces of chocolate. It's you can't want both. You can't want the shallow things and then want love, in a sense. Because I'm like, if you're here for my money and here for my like, that's not someone worth loving. So, hey, yo, all be to you, man. If you're into Valentine's Day, shout out to you. Shout out to you and your lady. Hopefully, things are good. I like just genuine love, man. However you like to show it. I'm all for that. I'm all for that. And there we have it. There we have it. All right, guys, we're gonna go right into some live streaming. Maybe got 30, 45 minutes. We're gonna get this done. Get this Xbox remote here. The TV's gonna be here, so I'm just gonna look. If I have to say something, I'll probably do this. And we'll go from there, bro. We're about to play Mouthwashing. I've heard a lot about this game here. Let's do. Yep. Get this going on. All right. Smooth the screen a little bit here. Get a little bit about. Oh, I think that's good. I think that's good. Probably see a little thing of me there, but we finna mouthwash it up. I heard good things about this story. I heard it's got a good game. I'm not into the scary stuff with Satan, whatever, you know. Nah, we don't do Satan over here, bro. You know what I'm saying? So, but you know, see it for an interesting story. It's my first time playing it, and I hope you enjoy the gameplay and see what's going on. So, feel free. Pony Express long haul space freighter. Hope this hurts. An orbital body has been detected 21 AU ahead of us. Please make a manual correction. Definitely point and click energy. I want 400. Do I take the rope? Take the car? I never played these like point adventure clicks. I guess it's more like Revelation. There's nothing for you to take. Vallie says, "Giddy up, Galaxy." Jesus. I'm a. Oh, I have to act like I'm not scared of anything. I'm really scared, but like, not the jump scare. Mouthwash. It's supposed to be a narrative. What's up, man? What's going on? Behind me? Please don't move and do stuff to me, man. Blocking me, man. Blocked here. That wasn't cool. It's like this jump scare. Jump scare was cool, but I think no, jump scare wasn't cool. But you know, like, how do I want to say this? But yeah, we ain't touching the dang cargo. Swansea. Swansea? Swansea. We'll need him if we find the scanner. Get the code and open the hole. Daisuke. 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 Acquire code scanner. see here. Scary games. All right. I've beaten all the Resident Evil games. Can't say a lot of it was scary, especially after Resident Evil 2. Is this like a scary walking sim? Can I save? Cockpit, utility, cargo. Scary phone. I'm Swansea. Cockpit. No weapon. So I just gotta walk. I just gotta accept the scariness. Open the cargo hold. Nylon. Hmm. You guys want to keep seeing? All right, so I'm not gonna lie. It's like real time. Does feel a little bit tense, scary. Why did I volunteer this game? Utility? It's filled with foam. Got this code scanner. Open the cargo hold. What's the cargo hold? What are you doing here now? You ever played if you got headphones on and you play these type of games, the sound, it's not, I feel like every little jump scare normally wouldn't be scary, but like when you hear the constant like the footprints, like I don't know, you're hearing like the boots, the doop doop doop, it's like everything is just, it's like every sound multiplies like the littlest scare that they'll give you. So if I'm trying to understand scary movies, they may have that type of thing where you hear every sound, every footstep. It just enhances everything. Like it basically heightens your senses, right? It makes it real sensitive, and then something stupid just comes out, like, right, and then you're just like freaking the f out. Yeah. Oh wait, did I quit? What happened? What? Nah, that's cheap. That's cheap. Nah, bro. I should quit, right? Got 15 minutes of this mayhem. So I probably want to keep making conversations with you guys. Just about 15. Nah, but man, we gonna figure this out, bro. We gonna figure this out, bro. We gonna figure this out. Let's continue. Does this thing like it freezes, but then it oh. Point Express process aren't really chill. I think that's me. This. We did this already. Dang it. We know what we're doing now. Utility. Utility. Open the cargo hold. Foam stars. Do you want somebody to love? Getting familiar with my surroundings, man. I know where to go, where to cry for help. These games are freaking. Gaining some credibility, guys. Gaining some credibility. Let's get my first save file. My first save point. Ain't that the girl, homegirl they be putting on make fan pictures of or something? I remember seeing the news, or not the news, people were kind of crying on the internet. It's like, oh, she's awesome. I at least I want to know. I haven't played the game. I'm playing the game right now, so we're finding out together. What makes her so special? What makes her so fangirly? Next time on Dragon Ball Z, dude. No, I'm just kidding. He doesn't have to keep still anymore. What about that? Well, I guess I'm Jimmy. People have to be worth their titles. What's going on, buddy? I like that. Shows his breathing. Give him some painkillers. Open his mouth. Anxiety. That's what this game's giving me. It's one of those really. We got anxiety. Oh, so that's not coming from the radio station. But where the cargo at though? Where they at though? Dude's a ladies' man. Get the hose for Valentine. Sorry, 304s. Should leave that part out for the press. Getting the cargo ban. Nothing here. Where's that emergency axe, my man? Want your cargo me up? Cargo. Can you and that woman get on with it? What is he talking about? Open the cargo hold. Bruh. What do I need to do? What do you need to do? Alright, let's see. Can't open your mouth. There we go. That's what I needed to do. Yo. There might be some crazy image, man. I'm looking at the screen with you guys. I'm looking at what I'm playing, man. Yo. What up? Oh, no. He's... Yo, this game, man. I'm such a B-word. Such a... Anya, where you at? Anything else here? Blocking the good stuff. All right. Why do you think he did it? Oh. I deserve some coffee. I'll be dead. It's about to be some foolery. That's how Resident Evil does it, right? So you have the whole you have this whole mission thing, right? And then during, and it's like, oh, go upstairs to get the, you know, the launch codes or something. You just gingerly walk up there, you get the launch codes, and then on your way back down, that's when all the zombies and all the nonsense comes in. So right now, I'm about to go back to downstairs, and we finna see all this nonsense. Something crazy. You have to expect the worst. That's how I don't get scared, right? Okay, things are about to change. I'm about to see this dude. And some foolery is about to happen. Oh, we got some people there. Let's talk, man. Hey, what do you think about me, Captain, now? So it's me, Anya, Jimmy. Let's open the scanner. Even the dust particles, it's like a... How does this code scanner help? Here. Four, three. Code scanner used to reveal access codes across the. Huh. Tell me I have to look for the codes? Cockpit? Where'd I get the code scanner? Oh, what if it's... Ah, yeah, they 4517. Oh, 517. Enter, Satan. What did I do? Oh. 7 days before the crash. I think that's the captain. They can't expect me to perform miracles. All right. So I am going to quit it from here. It looks like one of these games where you have to it looks like one of these games where you have to really find you just have to uncover more. There's just a lot, like I guess I'm expecting a very cohesive, a very well-written story, but you just have to find out more and kind of put up with a lot of the nonsense. But here's what I'll do. Next week, I'm going to live stream and play more of this game, and hopefully I can beat it. And then we'll go from there, man. We'll go from there. So, again, thank you guys for watching this live stream. And if you watch the playback, that's cool too. But yeah, just to have the opportunity to talk to you guys, I really do appreciate that. And yeah, if you got some pointers on what games to play next or some things to try, let me know and we will keep that going. All right, guys. Have a great day. Have a great rest of the night. And enjoy the rest of your week, guys. Have a good day. See you in the next video.